Nemawa Kwaba. You are welcome to the page or to the platform. Okay. As I said, if anything is going wrong, being network or anything, please let me know from the comment section. If you can also hear me loud and clear, let me get the feedback by commenting. Okay. Yes, obviously we can hear. Okay, so meaning I can start. Basically, and the topic, is my entitled is my sincere advice to all church musicians and to all pastors concerning church musicians. If I'm talking about musicians, I mean anybody who can play a musical instrument, one way or the other, can also write or compose song. So basically, the singers in your church are also part of the musicians group, not only per se instrumentalists. But this video is as a result of our recent video that is circulating, which has gone viral, and I think worldwide, because I'm hearing people from US, UK commenting about it. And it's all about a reverend minister telling instrumentalists in the church that they are thieves if they play for the church and collect money at the end of the month or at the end of the day, and you are Satan's cousin. I did my first video trying to clarify the types of instrumentalists we have in the church. So it's not basically like we are all thieves, and even nobody is a thief. The only reason I may consider or I may give an excuse is that maybe the pastor in question, which is Reverend Dr. David Entry or something. Yes, I think I remember David Entry. I think he may not know much about music. And my last video, I made 3 groups, which first one may be the people who has taken music as a profession. Music maybe they went through a formal way of music education, which they've taken music as their profession. They do music one way or the other. Maybe they play for the church or they sing for the church. The other group is maybe they are having their work outside, their bankers, their other things, but they have that talent which they come to church to play. The third group was maybe a student growing up, but when you're finding a profession yet, maybe we'll see there to become a doctor or see there to become an engineer, but when he's so when he comes to church, he offers his services. So I remember I gave my explanation to these 3 people, and my take is, if you are, or let me say, if you belong to the first group, which music is as a profession to you, you can't come to the church, render your services, and at the end of the day, so bye bye, God bless you. And I can for baby say empty stomach and sharpen, fire fruit pine and sharpen. So such people, you cannot say oh, you jaw. And if you are to force the person, and I remember he made a statement that compared you maybe here, now if the person or compared you at the end of the day, a Juman is seen not to render fully service to God, it will be something. And I've been following comments through the social media. Big people have spoken. Koda Akasa, Nipa Bebre, I'm body, ye, Philip Aqua Akasa, Nipa Bebre, Matthew Prince Akasa, MSA Bikra do UK, US, Kevin Bond, Munina, professional keyboardist, Munina commenting about this issue. Nigeria, Munina Akasa, and your instrumentalist, or let me say musicians platform, I am part. And Mr. Mowa, we are part, if you are interested, after this page, after this Facebook Live, link in the 2, you can join. It's a WhatsApp group. Yeah, try to gather all musicians, being a singer, being instrumentalist, together so that you bet me planning a life very well, whether concerning the church, will be here employment crowd now to me the tour. The link be why need the money panel. It has been happening. The link has been there for about 6 months now. And ye bobo nipa, though you intimate share to have a complete a general meeting, but the little discussions near the adeno koso nationwide will be to me join. Maybe later we will sit down with the executives and see whether we can divide it region by region. But for now, no, it's there. If you are interested, with the link in the better after this, then you can join. Any discussion, be a true word, be able to. I saw for home or more my instrumentalists are gathered to call pastors in Yamo. So if it comes to advice from their angle, they put it there. Yes, you have be at the tour. So my follow conversations, discussions, our platform, no so, and it's interesting. And the whole thing, or what I can say, is that most of the thing happening to musicians and instrumentalists, people do not have any idea about it. Sometimes you can go and minister at a program, they will invite you at a program. In the hope that maybe they can bless you something small for you to come back. But if you are oh your minister, then I know I have witnesses on the platform as I'm speaking. So my point may try to make me say, as I said on the other video, my basic experience, my experience in this ministry. Misha, my boy free churches, my boy church or my family part-time, my boy or more my family full-time. And I've also come closer to pastors. So I know how they think and how they behave towards instrumentalists. And I've also been there, I've even played live band, worldly secular music before. So me too, I know how sometimes we also think about the pastors and the church. And as I stated on the topic, my sincere advice to the church. Now, let me make it clear that, as I said, as instrumentalists, we are demanding for money. No. Yesterday, I was watching Koda video on here to Facebook, and he was giving his life experience. He said at a time, university, KNUST, it got to a time, I think level 200, 300. You can go to his page and refer. He made a statement that now a fear, like so through the music directing, through the keyboard he was playing, and the church was also supporting him small. That is how come he was able to survive at the tertiary level, and it's because no one in Niamo too. I was university at the same time, so it wasn't easy for the parents. So, and I know he is not the only person going through such. I know most people are going through worse things than that, which sometimes we are looking up to the church, which we are offering our services to them to be supporting us gradually, small. But as I now say, a higher or can be so. And it's not that we are demanding Chinchina pay us, but the church should show some concern. They should try as much as possible and know our status. That we are mentioning that word status, and it's because the church must know the life the person, whether being a keyboardist, being a singer, is living outside the church. The pastor should take it to himself. So, who said Nipa we assume I see my church. Is he okay? What is he doing apart from Sunday, Wednesday service, evening services? What the person is doing, whether when you're Juma and as well Juma, you must know. A Juma now, how is it? Is it okay? Is it good? Can he survive on it? If he is a married person or a looking at the work he is doing outside the church, can he survive? Then you can come in. Because for me like this, it got to a time I took a decision, say it will get to a certain stage in my life, I will stop taking money from the church. That is some time back. Those are the times that the Kobo church you'll be standing there waiting for the accounts people to finish and give us money. And everybody will leave us. Yeah, if you are the 2 cities, to take car. I said this thing to myself that it will get to a time I will play for the church. I will do everything for the church, which I will not take a penny. But now this is the question. If this is my decision I've taken, now a Juma or the work I'm going to do, is it going to give me chance to be able to render my services fully to the house of God? As I said earlier at the other time, most of the charismatic churches mostly have long week programs within the week, maybe from Monday to Friday or from Wednesday to Sunday, even in 5:30 or 6 o'clock p.m. And meanwhile, the person is also closing from the workplace either 5 or 6 p.m. From the workplace to the church will take some distance. You talk about maybe getting some excuse from the workplace, but for how long is the person going to continue to seek for a permission from the workplace? So if there is anything, I don't think the current or situation should say that pastors or men of God let the instrumentalists do their own thing. No, this is the time you have to come in. Try and know the status of your musicians. Not only the musicians, your church workers, being ushering team, being anything. Then if you can assist, because last week, I think my final video I did, before I concluded, I said I was traveling. I went to a place, it was a hotel, and then just behind the hotel, there was a church. I won't mention the name. And around 7:30, they started their first service. I heard them. Prayer, they started song. Nobody was playing the keyboard. Nobody was playing the drum. Nobody was playing this. They started worship. At the middle of the worship, then I heard keyboard playing. Struggling with the keyboard plus bass on the keys. So the person played that for some time. Then I later heard drums in addition during the worship time. Then they completed the worship, started praises. In the middle of the praises, then I heard bass guitar. And that church, I know that they don't pay instrumentalists. So the question is that, is this what we need for the church? The church service will start without instrumentalists and they'll be appearing one because maybe where they are staying is far from the church. Or maybe the work they went the previous day couldn't give them chance to come for service. And they were appearing one by one. But me and you know very well that most of the churches, they take music seriously. Mostly it's the instrumentalists who come to church first. Come and turn everything on, start playing something before even the rest will come. And I've been in that situation before, where I used to work. We go early, try and make sure everything is in order, everything is working, because we are dealing with gadgets. Sometimes we can come for rehearsal on Saturday, everything is working. Sunday, we turn on the keyboard is not coming. So mostly we go early to make sure that everything is working before we can start service. If it's not working, then we have to look for alternative ways of getting that thing fixed or getting a replacement. So it's not easy. And I read from one status, chat, the person was asking so many questions. That is one question I asked. Is it that the church wants to sit and say, okay, we are not paying instrumentalists. Let them offer their services freely. Let them go and look for jobs and other things. And they should play. Fine, that one is there. But bear in mind that Nipano Nyanya divided attention. The person will love one thing more than the other. It's either the person is going to love the church and leave the job, or going to love the job and leave the church. It's two things. So my sincere advice is that if the church can be in the capacity to sponsor either 1, 2, or 3 people and make sure they are being employed in the church, either as musicians full-time or part-time, by making sure that wherever they are working, they can be they can get easy access to them in case there are emergency services. That's what I will see, because sometimes daytime, Wednesday afternoon or Thursday afternoon, we have some prayer session which you may need music. To me, that is my sincere advice. Today I won't talk for long. As I said, most people are watching us from here now. Data is too expensive, so I don't want to talk for long. But my sincere advice is that Sebeye na church, no matter how small the church is, try and at least one person be the person who be in charge of music. We take that person seriously. Maintain the person. If I'm talking about maintain, it's not only staying there, but taking care of him, maintenance, taking care of such person, and making sure that that person can be reliable. That is one. Two, if by God's grace, either the second or the third group, which is either the person is a worker somewhere, but he has the talent of playing keyboard, the person or any other area. If you have the privilege of having such people in your church, please, my advice is that don't take such people for granted. No matter how little or small the person's service is, show appreciation. And as I said, appreciation doesn't mean giving money. No, sometimes get closer. And what he's saying, so anybody said it in his video. How many pastors will come close to a keyboardist and say, my brother, how are you? Is everything all right? Do you need anything? Or is anything that you need? Because most musicians are playing in pain. Most people, no matter how much they can say. Sometimes you have transportation, common transportation to church and back. It's a problem. Sometimes you have the obedi crown and one day. So please, don't take such people for granted. Don't take such people for granted. If by chance God blesses you with any of these groups I'm talking about, hallelujah, then I will shift to the instrumentalist and also come back. One first advice I will also give to any instrumentalist or any musician in the church. Now, before you join any church, it's in your heart that you've decided whether to play as a free service or to render your services and charge. You know already. So please, whilst you are approaching that church, whether you got a call or you entered by yourself, let the authorities of the church know that, oh, me as mercy, I do this, the thing I do for a living. So if you can pay me this, I will stay. If not, my brother, take your bag and leave to another place. Don't stay there and create a scene. I borrowed this word from Koda. But you don't stay there and create a scene. If you also have in your heart that you are playing for free, you are rendering your ministry for free, please do it and do it better. The pastor needs you. That is my advice. Don't play the keyboard and when it's or don't play the instrument and when it's preaching time, you get up and leave, go and drink sobolo, wine, popcorn, and all those things. It has been happening. My EBITDA, so I know what I'm talking about. And when the pastor starts some small song now after the preaching, or maybe within the preaching, the sermon, he starts some small, instrumentalists should be running back to their instrument. Please, if you are staying, stay. If you are not also staying, please bye them and leave. That is my advice for instrumentalists. If you are with them, be with them. Anything that is the matter, approach the one in charge. Whether the senior pastor, whether any pastor in charge of music or in charge of department, let that fellow know your challenges. Because, as I said yesterday, I was listening to Koda. He said when they were in school, there was one guy who was always late to services. Sometimes he may come after praise and worship. And it was continuous. So there was one time assistant pastor be asked, so Kofi, why is this your friend always late? And they had to tell the pastor that he stayed very far. And these are the challenges the guy has been. Also, and he didn't let me know. And the pastor took some steps and the situation changed. So as I'm saying, if you have any challenge, let them know that this is your challenge. Maybe where you are coming from is far. you need an assistant of transportation. If they can't find, if they can't, and you think you can't also stay there, my brother, don't create a scene. Just, I would advise you to pack your baggages and go to where you be accepted. There was a question on one page, the page I was talking about, that okay, maybe the church paid for you to be trained whilst you are young and you've grown up to become a professional. So the church doesn't see it a necessity to pay you. My fellow pastors, fine, you made an investment. But after that investment, you have to maintain the person, you have to do maintenance. Even the church gadgets that we are using, microphones, speakers, mixers, and amplifiers, when you buy them, don't they get damaged and you go and maintain them? That is why you have to also maintain the instrumentalists. Because fine, you've paid for their tuition. What about some little motivation for them to stay? Because instrumentalists, when we gather, we talk. When we gather, especially during programs, you share, maybe I went here, they are offering 1,000 Ghana cedis, 2,005. Somebody say, wow. Then in my church, they are not paying anything. The probability that the person might shift is very high. So please, if you need the services of the instrumentalists, please, as I said, whether you sponsor the person to learn that particular instrument, you still have to maintain the person by motivating the person. That is my take. Then, as I said, instrumentalists, please be disciplined. Make sure you are on service on time. Every time they need your services, you are available. If you can't and there's any hindrances, let the administration or the pastors or the management know about it. That is my take. Currently, I wish to take some questions, and if anybody has any question or suggestion, you can put it forth. Because one of our senior brothers in Ghana here, Pastor Edwin Daxon, has spoken that we should cease fire. And for me, whilst this battle started, I have never spoken negative about that video. Though I know that the pastor was ignorant about what he was saying, but there was nothing like insult. So please, though we are ceasing fire, but that is my little advice. Because when you are ceasing fire and you don't advise, sometimes the fire may quench off on the surface, but beneath it, there will be still fire. So please, we are ceasing fire though, but that's my little advice to you. Okay. Okay. Elisha is also making some suggestion here. I think it's a suggestion, not a question. He said this is a new church music era. Yes, I believe it's true, because when I started music, the era was different from now. So he continued and said, let every service be rewarding to the person who ran. Okay, let every service be rewarding to the person who rendered the service. Okay, as I said, it's not everybody who is demanding money or demanding, but the pastor should take it upon themselves and know the status of the people they are working with. If the person is a family, yes, I think the network is having some issues, so please bear with us. So as I said, the church should bear in mind to know the status of every worker, every church worker they are working with, and they shouldn't be ignorant about their work. Because I've just advised the instrumentalists or the musicians that be watchful. The pastors needs us. Last time I was talking to one brother who is now also playing around the world, though it's not. I made a comment that he has run from he said he hasn't run away from the Christian era, just that he's working. And now they are playing secular music, gospel, like mixed. I think maybe when I mention their group name, you may know them. They are called the Fraternity. Yes. I think about 3 or 4 of them are my guys. They are my friends. I know them. So he made a comment that no, they are just working. They've not run away from the gospel arena. And it's true. Now, okay, if they are working too, what about their mother church, their local church? Now they cannot play for them because they are roaming about working. That is what I would say, working. They are roaming about working. So one Sunday, if they are in Australia, Saturday, definitely they can't come for service on Sunday morning. They are roaming around. So sometimes we pushing the instrumentalists that they should find work and they should do this, and my fellow pastors, please, if you need the services of the musician, please sit him down, draw a line or draw a negotiation. Let there be a negotiation. Let be a negotiation. So that the fellow can know that, okay, for 6 months, for 1 year, for 2 years, I'm working with you. This is how much you are going to support me. Because this thing, right, is not a pay. If you want to pay us, this is not a pay. Yes. I cannot be playing for a church for, let's say, 1,500 Ghana cedis. And no, if I'm to go and play for the secular people, I'll get 1,500 Ghana cedis within a week. Within a week, I'll get 1,500. It's not within a month, within a week. So please, we are all helping each other. We want to help the ministry grow. But in fact, the way, a manner, some people are taking it and the instrumentalists are bad and blah, blah, blah. Now, 2020, we want to cancel that notion that instrumentalists are bad boys. No, that thing is past and gone. Because I can testify most of instrumentalists who have graduated to being pastors and prophets, they are there. Most of them are there. Most of the musicians have graduated from just being an instrumentalist to a pastor or a prophet. So we are not just band boys. Please, we are doing ministry together. And I know definitely the pastor will be paid at the end of the month. So if you need music seriously in your church, why don't you sit 2 or 3 or 1 person down? Can we employ you? Can we make you full-time? Because we are full-time musicians. We have them. We have full-time musicians. Myself, I'm a full-time musician. I don't do any other work. I may have other businesses, but my profession is music. I did music at the university. So music is my profession. So if you can employ such people, if the church cannot employ, do not have the capacity to employ and pay such an amount, please help the fellow for an alternative job that can also let the person be available anytime his or her services is needed in the church. So please, instrumentalists, my advice, as I said, I've given to you. And I know 2020 and beyond, we are going to be different. Nothing happens for a reason. I know what the pastor said has become an eye-opener to the world, to the entire world, not only Ghana, to the entire world. Because I know people from Germany, from UK, from US are talking about this issue. So please, my little advice is that let's be disciplined. Let the church also take us seriously. Because I know most churches have music directors, instrumentalists, sometimes singers. Some singers are on full time. They come to work 9 a.m. and close 4 p.m. rehearsing. One example is Christ Temple, ICGC, Dr. Otabel's place. Yes. From 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. they are there rehearsing. So why can't these people deliver? So please, pastors, if you want to take music seriously in your church as part of your ministry, please take instrumentalists and musicians seriously. Seriously. The word is seriously. Don't just say, oh, me pay keyboardists, let them come and play. Me pay drama, let them come and play. And at the end of the day, that's all. Please take us seriously. We are also going to take you people seriously. We are all going to do the ministry together. I'm begging you. So as I said, we have musicians page. I think it's Musicians Association, Music Ministers Association. Yes. After this live, I'll put it on the I think either session or somewhere, so that anybody can join. We are sharing ideas. We are building the ministry together. We are building the ministry together, please. And we are encouraging ourselves. Sometimes these our young artists, young growing artists, they don't know anything. Sometimes the question somebody will ask will let you know he's just playing. He doesn't have any formal knowledge or any principle guiding the thing he's playing. And we give advices. So please, the legends among us, let's gather and support this group. Okay. So I would like to take some questions or some comments if you have any. And please share the video to any musicians you know or any pastor that you are aware of. And I'm greeting Mr. Manison, that is my lecturer in school, and my senior Derek. Yeah, I can see you live. Thank you for your investment in us, Mr. Manison. I greet you. I've been seeing you on TV3. I think Mentor. Yes. Yeah, you've done well. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you for your impartation. Yeah. Anytime I see you on Facebook, I become happy. Yes. So if you have any question regarding this thing, anything bothering you, you can post it there. Either after the live, I'll come back and answer. Okay. So I think I'll end here if there's no question coming. Or let me wait for some few minutes and see if a question or a suggestion will come. So thank you very much, everybody who contributed to this video. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. May God bless you. Amen.